What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we're going to start with the UEFA Marquee Matchups SBC, and also the UCL upgrade packs will be in some of today and or tomorrow's episode. EA are just hitting it great right now. There's a few issues with this game, teething problems, etc. in general, but I think they've got everything more right than they've got wrong. So, and I don't just mean just more right either. I think most things are absolutely brilliant, and then there's a few things, some gameplay included, that bring the whole game down. However, Bayern versus Ajax, Napoli versus Liverpool. I was able to do these for quite cheap. I had an untradeable Ziyech in the club, so I'm going to use him. We bought this guy for 900 coins on Jung. Everybody else is from the club. Some tradable, some untradeable. Tradable, untradeable. Having Martinez as my Bayern player. Now, I did have Renato Sanchez I could have used. I know Javi Martinez is 84 rated. The reason why I'm selling him is because I'm going to be able to sell Renato Sanchez for like 7,000 coins. I would rather sell Sanchez, get those coins in, use Martinez, because if we ever packed him again untradeable, which is likely, then, you know, we would have been screwed there. We're going to use Amalfitano as another Frenchman, Ravet, Augustin, and Ayseric. So everyone here is used for a prime gold players pack. Not too expensive on this one. I've actually got 5 rares as well instead of just the 4 rares needed, but it's on the bridge of 85 chemistry, so that's not a problem at all. And then Napoli versus Liverpool. This one's actually relatively expensive due to the fact that you need 2 Liverpool players and 2 Napoli players. So I actually bought Mignolet for 8.1k. I could have used Naby Keita. He is tradable, but I think I might sell him because I can sell him for like 10, 12,000 coins right now. So, you know, we end up actually making a net profit on Naby Keita. So I'm actually going to list him up right in front of your very eyes, like so. We don't use him. We've got so many other good players in our squad now. And then outside of that, I'm literally using players that are already in the club. First owner Verdi, first owner Kirikez, first owner Francis. Shaqiri is untradeable for me. And remember, I had a tradable Shaqiri on the bench. Sold him. Misiroli, Chalaba, and then a few bronzes and one more bronze. Yeah, a few bronzes. I mean, this was super easy. It is a little bit expensive because we had to buy Mignolet, but what we get out of that is a 45k pack, a 15k pack, and a 3 UCL player pack, which is tradable. So that's pretty awesome. We only get 1 rare out of this, but apparently there's about 350 or so UCL players, and there are around 100 walkouts. So that's pretty interesting. So as you can see there, Shaqiri 8k, Hisaj that was in the club 6k, Ulreich 6.4k, Bunde for 5k. That's all my Ajax, Bayern, Napoli players, etc. selling. And I've still got a few on the bench here. Renato Sanchez up at 7k, Cerny here that will sell between 3 and 6, Milik that will sell between 5 and 7. And then we've just listed up Naby Keita for 12.5k. So we're in a really good spot in terms of the amount of coins that we've got. And then I'm also going to start taking a whole bunch of the players that we've got untradeable and a lot of tradables as well, and start developing them into these UCL 2-player packs. So if we just go for just untradeable items, we need 50 chemistry. Now these are all untradeable for me. So even Piatov is untradeable, Muslera is untradeable, so we can get away with these. We only need 6 shinies. So Mariano, for example, Brazilian maybe not worth throwing away. The same with some of these centre-backs. We'll actually save the centre-backs for some of the common cards. Masuaku can absolutely go. In at CDM, Baumgartlinger can go. Stepanenko, because he's 80 rated, I'll keep for the time being. In the right mid spot, I'm going to keep all of those. In the left mid spot, I'm going to keep Vitolo. In the cam spot, I'm going to keep all the ones we got there. And then at striker, Wilson Eduardo can definitely go. And that leaves us with 3 of 5 rares already done. So if we then take just no filter on the centre-backs, go to gold and trade it for low to high, we can now start popping in some of these guys that are just not really worth anything to us. I am going to need 1 more shiny card to pop in there. Let's pop Glushakov in. Let's get a right mid. I think I've got a good low-rated right mid, actually, that's shiny. A couple of, like, Hernani, Rigoni. 76 on Hernani. Definitely can take care of him. Then we can pop this guy in at cam. We'll throw away this guy, and I think that's it, isn't it? So there you go. So 50 chemistry on the nose right there. And we'll get ourselves a UCL 2-player pack. Now, this contains one shiny and one common base card. There are a few good common base cards that we could get, but there are so many shinies that I would love for us to be able to pick up. And the beautiful thing is, there's Renato Sanchez gone for 7k. The beautiful thing is this is just going to keep coming every Tuesday for 2 days. So this pack-only Road to Glory has got potential for exponential growth. Here we go with the Jumbo Premium Gold Player... Well, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, should I say. It's not Jumbo Premium Gold Players Pack. We get ourselves a shiny card. It's not a board. Brazilian, centre-back. It's going to be Jardel. Not bad. 82 rated. Not the worst thing in the world. I've definitely seen worse players. Oh, that's good. Gulam is a nice one to get. 8.6k on open bid. Are you out of your mind? I'll drop it. If he sells Insta for 8k, I will take it every day of the week. I don't want that. Let's keep all of this. That makes up for me paying for... that makes up for me paying for... What does it make up me for paying for? For the goalkeeper, for Mignolet that I paid for. Next up, we get a Prime Gold Players Pack. I would love to pack a ones to watch, EA. Please let me pack a ones to watch. We don't get a ones to watch. We get a board player, but not a board walkout. French, centre-back. Man City, it's Aymeric Laporte. Not a bad card again. Another Frenchman for me, and he perfect links to Mendy. So our French squad really is coming up, guys. And this isn't like a card that's worth like an insane amount either. Johnny, Sarr, Deporte, Adrian Silva, Kameni. I mean, I'm gonna reuse a lot of these guys. Delafeu looks like it's about 2k. I'll hold on to him for the time being. Yeah, I'm going to reuse a lot of those guys in upgrade packs. So we're going to open the 2-player pack first. Let's see. Oh, it's giving me that issue. It's giving me that thing where it doesn't actually show you opening the pack. That's really sad. And now we're going to go into the store and it's going to have already opened it. And we're going to have to go and claim our new items by backing out and going back in. What I'm going to do after this one is I'm going to go back out of Ultimate Team, back into Ultimate Team again, and hope that the pack opens normally, because I want to see it open. So what do we get from our 2 untradeable Champions League pack? Let us see. Claim your new items. Can we get any usable player here? Pizzi, not bad. An 84 rated. Really well-rounded stats. It's hard for me to link to him because I don't really have many options. But that's not a bad card at all. His passing's really nice. His dribbling is quite well-rounded. He's got good stam. That's not a bad card at all. And we also get Pereiro there as well, who I don't really care about. He's not a very good card. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to back out of Ultimate Team again, go back into Ultimate Team, and hopefully the store won't bug out so that for our 3 Champions League player pick pack... Not a player pick pack. 3 Champions League player pack. We can actually watch it open. And this one, of course, is tradable. So let us do nothing. EA have ruined it. EA have ruined it. Come on, man. Come on. What are we gonna get for our 3 players? I'm genuinely nervous. My pack luck on this account has been insane. Does it carry on? Or is this the end? Doesn't really carry on. We get a Napoli player though. Carnesis is going to sell for a fair bit because he's from Napoli. So I am going to list him up. That's decent. That could have been a lot worse. Zuber will keep. And Zonzi, it's another Frenchman. If pace really isn't everything, his physicals are good, his defending is decent. I mean, maybe we sit here and say, yeah, and Zonzi's not a bad one to have in the club. That's not bad. We'll send him into the club. I'm going to go and get into some games. We've sold 3 more items. What has sold? Is that Carnesis sold straight away? No, 3 bronzes have sold for us. if we sell what's on the trade pile for about the going rate, we're going to make another like 30 to 40,000 coins. I've got obviously all my investments in the club already as well, which is absolutely sensational. And we've got so many coins. We've got like 150k coins. I know it says 0 up there. But guys, EA have just hit the nail on the head so far with content this year. I'm very excited for the future. This is going to be the end of this right now. We're going to go and get into some gameplay and see if we can qualify for FUT Champs. I will be right back. Alright guys, so here we go. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the cleared trade pile. We're nearly at 200,000 coins. Naby Keita sold, Milik sold, Karnizis sold, Cerny sold. I think Gulam is the last one left. I don't think we had a big guy. No, we didn't. So all of the big cards that I had for like 6, 7k, they all sold. Doesn't look like Gulam's going to sell. So we'll get a relist on him. And then we're going to open 5... Well, let's do it now and I'll relist Gulam after. We're going to open 5 UCL 2-player packs. I didn't buy any players for these. I just used items in the club. Because why not? Because who cares? Because let's go. One decent player out of this would be legit. That's all I'm looking for. One sick player. Tadic and D'Ambrosio. Not ideal to start with. Tadic isn't the... No, he's terrible. We'll send those into the club. We'll save those, obviously, for a rainy day. 4 to go. Now, sadly, the pack animation on PlayStation is broken. So we have to do it like this. And then we have to do this. And we pick our items up. But if we could get a usable player, it would be sick. We get Rudy. Oh, Rojo. Rudy, we already have the 81 version of him. Untradeable as well. We get Rojo. That's another good Premier League player. Medium high. We really can now develop into one Premier League squad. And one... He's got terrible reactions. And one French squad. I think that's what we're going to go with. So here we go with the third one. I wish EA would fix this, but what can you do? Are we going to get anything decent out of pack 3? No. Ismaili is not bad, but not great. He's got alright pace, he's got alright, he's got good stam, good reactions, well-rounded defending and physical, but not outstanding in any regards. I mean, this is looking to be a bit of a bust for us here, guys. Next, UCL 2-player pack, come on EA, one decent pull. Come on, what do we get in this one? Oh my god, it's just getting worse. Zivkovic in this one. Really nice pace and dribbling, terrible reactions and composure, poor stamina. It's not a good card. That takes us to our last one, guys. Are we actually going to get, like, Rojo as our kind of, like, best player? Here we go. With the last one. EA, come on, man. Hook us up. God damn it. Andre Almeida and Mantalos. If it was Manolas, that would have been alright, but that was almost definitely not worth it. We got 10 pretty tragic ones. I don't even know if we got a single attacker. Obviously, I want to go and do the daily objective of scoring 2 goals with UCL rare cards. Now, do these come out as specials? They do. We just didn't Rudy, highest rated, Zoot, Tadic, Rojo. We didn't even get an attacker. That is pretty tough. That is really tough. We got Onyereku. Zivkovic, probably one of the better ones there that will pop onto the bench for the time being. But that's tough, dudes. That's really tough. This is the squad that we're going to use into some Divisions games now. Let's get into some more action. Okay, guys, before we get into some gameplay, I had opened another UCL 2 players pack. And, of course, the store issue was still there. They fixed it on PlayStation now. But it was there previously. And in that 2-player pack, we got Fred. That is a huge addition to our squad. He goes straight into the starting lineup. I actually had a few people suggest, well, actually lots of you guys suggested some potential team changes and formation changes to get just better chemistry out of the squad that I had. That's kind of negated now because of Fred. Like, he strong links to Ander Herrera, which gets Herrera on 10, and so the only people off chem would be Fred and Lucas over on that left-hand side. Once I switched into a 4-3-2-1, I was actually able to get it to the point where only Lucas at that left forward spot was off chem. Everybody else in the whole team was on chem. And with that, basic FIFA said, Nep, if you put Fekir at striker and Ben Yedder at right centre mid, everyone will be on 10 chem except for Herrera. Obviously, that's not necessary right now. And you're also forgetting that, for me, that Lucas would have been on 7 chem as well. So thank you guys for the team suggestions. That player pack there, picking up that Fred, who actually has like a pretty insane value for the UCL player pack. And I've used a lot of stuff in the club for the UCL player packs. Which might be a bad idea, but Fred is going for about 60,000 coins, the UCL Fred, and the regular Fred is going for about 30,000 coins, 40,000 coins in fact. So, we have picked up an absolute momentous player there, and because he's Man United, he's strong links to Herrera, and because he's Brazilian, he's strong links to Lucas, and it just makes things so much easier in terms of like setting up the squad. But thank you for the suggestions and such, but not needed anymore. Cathal says, I can sit and do anything and just listen to Nep talk about FIFA. It's great. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for enjoying this journey with me. I really, really appreciate it. FIFA is in a weird spot right now. We've been saying this actually since pretty much January of last year, when I think the grind of FUT Champs just got to everyone and people just became really disengaged with the game. I still think that a lot of people that opted away from FIFA as their regular casual game haven't come back. And that's due to games like Fortnite, the COD beta. There's a whole bunch of new games out as well. A lot of people are playing the Spider-Man game, etc., etc. And so for those of you that are here watching and playing FIFA and here with me, I appreciate you guys also very much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we get William Barnes says, I've qualified for the first time. I like the new system because people who play the game often can get rewarded. Yeah, absolutely. That obviously is talking about yesterday's video where I asked you guys, have you qualified? Did you qualify? Etc., etc. And I think for this first week, it's going to be difficult for many people to qualify. Even if you're really good at the game, it might still be tricky for you to qualify just because you just don't have the time to get there. But from the first time when you actually qualify, going forwards, it will just become easier and easier and easier. But a lot of you guys have already qualified. There were so many people that have qualified already this year that were never able to qualify last year at all. And for me, that is brilliant from EA, and it lends into the answer of Kieran, who says, do you think it will be harder to get a higher rank in FUT Champs because it's 30 games now? And that is a question that doesn't have one black or white answer. There is a lot of grey in that question. Theoretically, it's going to be harder to get a good rank because they have reduced the number of games you play by 25%, and they have reduced the number of wins required by only 20%. So it is immediately 5% harder to get to the rank that you would have got to last year. However, specifically again in week 1 and in the early few weeks, I think FUT Champs is going to be quite a struggle. Even for me personally, last year, I didn't know what to expect in FUT Champs. We set ourselves a target of like Silver 2, Silver 1. Week 1 last year's Road to Glory, we got Gold 1, and then we never came out of Elite or better for the whole time until January, when we stopped playing FUT Champs for 40 games. And even then, when I did play 40 games 2 times after January, before the end of the game cycle, we got Elite both occasions then as well. This year, I don't know where we're going to be. I genuinely don't. I truly think Silver 1 to Gold 3 is going to be a really realistic set for me, just because of the type of Road to Glory we're doing, the fact that we're still learning this game, and the fact that hopefully the matchmaking is a little bit more just apparent, I guess. So early weeks, a lot of hardcore users would have qualified, and not as many casual users would have qualified. However, so that would make it a little more difficult, on top of the fact that you've also got 5% less leeway for your for your win rank. However, as the weeks go on, more and more people that would have never been able to qualify before will be able to qualify on a consistent basis because of the way the FUT Rivals FUT Champs cycle works, that essentially lots and lots and lots more people are going to get put into FUT Champs that are not on an Elite or higher level. So I think I personally can see it being super difficult early and just getting easier and easier and easier as time goes on, as more people filter into FUT Champs and kind of offer up a chance of you playing them. So obviously, if you guys don't know, the way that the form works is that you get a form score. So if you're 10 wins and 5 losses, your form is +5. So you can play somebody else on +5. And I would assume that there's also a scope around that. So you might be able to play someone +6, +7, or maybe +4, +3, which would explain so many things in how the game works. Right now, if you've got 2 people 5-0 or 6-0, they're probably going to be good players. So when they're matching up against each other, it's going to be a tough game, 2 tough players. In a month's time, or 6 weeks' time, or 8 weeks' time, when a whole bunch of people that aren't great have qualified, you could get 2 relatively poor or average players on a +5 form early on, because there's so many more players to play against. You know, it's the same thing that happens all the time in divisions in FUT previously years. You know, once you get up to Division 1 initially, you're just playing all the hardcore players. As time goes on, more and more people filter up through the divisions. You get a much easier player pool in Division 1, 2 and 3, and it just becomes a lot easier for the top tier players to get easy wins. So if you're like a 15 win, 15 loss kind of guy this weekend in FUT Champs, I would guess that as the weeks go on, you'll start getting to 16 and 14, 17 and 13, 18 and 12, maybe 20 and 10. Maybe you'd get up to that 23 and 7. And get yourself elite after being a relatively 0.5 player, you know. Dangerous says, Nep, you should really use Wijnaldum. Well, the Dutch CM from Liverpool, he is a beast. Sadly, dude, if I don't pack the player, I can't use the player. So Wijnaldum right now is not on the cards for me to use, and I'm actually really happy with my setup right now with my squad. Ryan says, Nep, I don't understand. I'm getting Division 5 rewards, but I'm in Division 4, getting 80 FUT Champs points each win. But you get Division 5, you only get 60 points, so I'm playing Division 5 or Division 4. So a lot of people are confused with this. I've got a couple of minutes here to explain it for you. When the week resets on Thursday at 7 AM UK time, whatever division you are in, when it resets, are the rewards that you will get the end of the week. So you're in Division 5 when it reset last week, but you've played so much that you've gained enough ELO to be in Division 4, which means next week you're in Division 4, and no matter what happens, you will get Division 4 rewards. However, this week, because you started in Division 5, no matter what happens, you will get Division 5 rewards. The benefit of progressing up to the new division as you're experiencing is that you immediately get the FUT Champs rank bonus. So if you're in Division 6 and you can get up to Division 4, it will just be easier for you to qualify for FUT Champs and get the rank points. But you won't get any Division 4 rewards until you've already been awarded your Division 6 reward. So I did one more 2-player UCL pack there, guys, and we ended up packing Adan, who is an insane upgrade for our squad. He has got great stats. He's going to go straight into our team. He fits with that Varane-Nacho set in the back line. And obviously, we've been using, what's his name? Not Leno, Neto. Wasn't really a fan of him. But there you go. We get Adan now, guys, who is a huge addition. This, though, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.